everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Rodolabisi. If for the first time, do not forget to smash that subscribe button, okay? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. You know what? I actually put a specific timeline to it, and I learned something quite recently. I believe I wrote it down somewhere. Parkinson's law, that's what it's called. I don't know it offhand, so I'll just look for it and read it out. Right. So Parkinson's law is the notion that work expands to fill the time you allocate to it. So basically what that means is the work you have to do would last for the duration of time you've allocated to it. So productivity arc, right? Usually you should set half the time that it will take you to complete a task. So that way you are more motivated to get the task done because you have a deadline to meet, right? So if I'm saying I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, I'm not putting a particular deadline to it. By the end of this year could be December 29th, and it shouldn't be that bad actually. I feel like I can definitely reach 1,000 subscribers by July actually. This is June. I'm at 733 subscribers. So before the end of this year, it's too long. Then it's going to take me before the end of this year, if that's what I'm saying. But 733 subscribers by July, I would have gotten to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to put in the work. So I need you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay? Thank you. So today I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I got from the Coursera video that I made a while ago. I got a lot of questions, right? So as a follow-up to that video, I'm going to answer the questions that I got because these are frequently asked questions. There are a lot of them. I don't think that I can answer all of them. That's one. Number two, a lot of them are probably asking the same things in different ways. So I look for a way to group the answers or the questions together. So I have a total of about 50 questions here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out each of the questions and then give you my answers. Although it's very important for you to know that I do not work with Coursera. I have never worked with Coursera. If you are not satisfied with the answer that I provide, you can contact Coursera directly. I'm going to drop their email address in the description box. So the first question here is, I just applied for a course but found out another one is better and suits my needs more. Can I apply for the latter course also? So yes, you can submit multiple financial aid applications. Because you've applied for one doesn't mean you cannot apply for another course somewhere else. So this is just a very simple answer. Yes, you can apply for another course if you find another course that you are interested in or that aligns with your goals and interests more than the previous one. Second question here is, can you use the same template to apply for other financial aid courses? This particular question, I'm not sure how to answer it, but because the two financial aids that I applied for, I applied for them like I think a year apart, so the content was vastly different because I didn't have access to the first financial aid application that I had submitted. So I'm not sure if you can use the same content, but yes, you can use the same template, which means the same format. As regards the same content, I'm not totally sure about that. So the next question here is, what do you put as your annual income? So there is a section of the application where they ask you, what do you make on a yearly basis? So this person is asking, what do you put as your annual income? Do you have to put a figure even though you are not working? So I believe there are different options for you to pick from, right? There's an option for you to pick if you're a student, if you are working, and different categories like that. So if you're not working, I believe there's a section that pertains to that. So if you're not working, you don't necessarily have to say you're working, and you can put 0 in your annual income. Or if you're a student and you collect allowance, you can decide to convert the allowance that you're collecting to dollars and put it there. But if you're not earning anything, you can just put 0, and that's fine. And I believe you're going to expatiate on that when you are answering the essay part on why you're not earning anything. So the next question here is, if your certificate is composed of 5 courses, is it possible to apply for 3 courses right away, or do you need to apply for one, get the feedback, and apply for the second until the 5 is complete? So usually Coursera is broken into different courses within a specialization, right? So let's say, for example, you want to take a course in digital marketing. The digital marketing is a specialization, and there will be different courses within digital marketing. So usually you can't apply for financial aid for the entire digital marketing. You have to submit a financial aid application for each of the courses within digital marketing. As regards if you can submit all the applications at once, I don't think there's any rule against that. Although I think it's better for you to complete each course within the specialization before going ahead to apply for financial aid, because usually the financial aid is for a period of time, right? So they give you a time frame for you to complete the course. So if you do not complete those courses within that time, then they're going to take financial aid away from you. In a situation where you have 5 courses within a specialization, it only makes sense for you to complete the first course, then apply for financial aid for the second course, complete it, then apply for it just makes sense that way. This person is saying during their registration they forgot to remove the amount on the section that asks how much can you afford to pay for this course. Does this mean that I have to pay the stipulated amount? So yes, I feel like they're asking you how much you can afford to pay so that they can gauge if you actually deserve financial aid or not, because at the end of the day they want to give the financial aid to people who do not have the financial capacity, right? So in a situation where you actually, I don't understand this question. I forgot to remove the amount. You forgot to remove the amount. The application is usually blank. So if you're saying you forgot to remove the amount, it means you're saying there was a particular amount there. I'm not sure what this question means, but usually you have to put how much you can afford to pay. And in a situation where you can't afford to pay anything, just put 0, because actually you can't afford to pay anything, and that's why you are applying for the financial aid in the first instance. But if it's a situation where you can afford to pay some part of the money, then you can afford $50, $20, or whatever the amount may be. So this particular question was very funny to me. This person asked if has anyone gotten funds from Coursera, and how long does it take? I think there must be a misunderstanding around the idea of financial aid. Financial aid does not mean that they are going to actually give you money. It means they are going to give you free access for the course. So this particular person who is asking if anybody has gotten funds from Coursera, I believe the person must have been mistaken as regards the value of the financial aid. So they're not giving you money, they're just giving you free access to take the courses on the platform. And okay, someone is asking that they've completed some part of the specialization and then Coursera is asking for them to enroll with their money. That is this supposed to work this way? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, I believe Coursera, it's not that I believe, I know for a fact that your financial aid is for a particular time frame. So if you do not complete your course within a time frame and the time frame elapses, then you won't have access to the financial aid anymore. So after that period elapses, you'll be required to pay for the course since you could not complete it during that period that was stipulated. So someone else is also asking that, does the financial aid guarantee issuing of certificate? Yes, definitely. If you complete your course, then you're going to get a certificate for the course that you've taken. May I ask, if I have already started the free trial, can I apply for the scholarship after the 7 days trial is over? So if you watched the previous video I made on applying for the Coursera certificate, I'm not expected to start your free trial, because the moment you start your free trial, it means you're already communicating that you can actually afford to pay for the course after the trial. Usually, if you start the free trial, you cannot apply for financial aid, but that is why I always say that you do not start the free trial. Just apply for your financial aid first. Then when your financial aid is approved, you can start your course. But if you use the 7 days free trial, then you cannot apply for the financial aid after the 7 days free trial is over. Good. This person wants to know this person wants to know if the essay has to be 150 words. Obviously, you don't necessarily have to write exactly 150 words, but at least if you're not going to write up to 150 words, it has to be very close. Say from 140 or from 135. I think that should be acceptable. So the next question, right? Can I mention full-time employed, or is it necessary to choose students? So no, I use students in that instance because I was making a tutorial, so I just use that as an example. If you're fully employed, you can just select that you're fully employed. You don't necessarily have to select the option that you're a student, because you're not a student, you're actually working. So this person is saying that anytime they click on the submit application button, an error message appears. So this particular person actually had a conversation with her, and eventually the problem was she was trying to submit an application via the mobile app, And once she tried to use a regular browser, to log on to a Coursera profile and submit an application, it went through seamlessly. So I think that maybe they do not take the financial aid applications via the mobile app. I've actually read that. Oh my god, I read that actually that you cannot submit your financial aid application via the mobile app. You have to use your browser. I totally forgot, right? Because when she asked, I was also wondering what the problem was, and she figured it out by herself. Then she gave me the feedback. I'm going to take 2 more questions. One, is there a particular number of applications that I can submit? No, there is no particular number. You can submit as many applications as you want as a person. If it's 20, if it's 30, go ahead, please. Until Coursera tells you that they are not willing to give you any financial aid anymore, right? So the last question I'm going to answer, this one is specific for people who are living in Nigeria. So this particular person was not asking a question that is particular to financial aid. She wanted to know how she could pay for a course, right? She's saying that Coursera doesn't accept any of the cards that she's using. So this particular issue, the only cards that I know that Coursera accepts from Nigeria is the GTB Dollar Mastercard. In a situation where you want to pay for your course and you are not necessarily applying for financial aid, or if financial aid is not available for the course that you are applying for, you can use the GTB Dollar Mastercard to make payments. So I believe that's the last question I'll be taking because I don't want the video to be too long. Anyways, if you have any other questions, please feel free to drop a comment below. I respond to every comment on my video, okay? And so just drop a comment below. I'm going to respond to it. Or if you feel like you don't necessarily want to drop a comment, you can just send me a direct message. The link to send me a direct message is in the description box below. Do not forget to smash the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up,